another part we will talk about now uh, in our work in the leadership. We'll resume working about the topics which we talk about. We just mentioned the types of leadership, and we said we have many types. Depends on the participation in decision making. So if there is more participation in decision making, that will be more democratic and more agile and more like this here, agile or servant leadership. Depends on the area, how far he let the others participate with him in decision making. Legislative, delegative as well as also kind of more participation from the employees in making decisions. But here in the autocratic, less, very, very limited and restricted participation from the employees in decision making. These are the difference between them. The BSS theory of leadership states that there are three basic ways to explain how people become leaders. The first two explains the leadership development for a small number of people. These theories are some personality traits, and we talk about the leadership theories in the previous lecture. I just want now to go to some ideas about what makes the people think that this guy is a leader. Why do we obey him? We don't know, but we're obeying him. Why? What is the reason? What's the reason that the people go and obey someone? And he doesn't order them actually, but they like the way he is. And they participate accordingly and they like their own leader. What makes a person, look at this sentence, what makes a person wants to follow a leader? People wants to be guided by leaders. They respect, look at this word, they respect. The one which I respect, I will consider him my leader. And who have a clear sense of directions. To gain respect, they must be ethical. Of course, he's our sole model, so he must be ethical. A sense of direction is achieved by conveying a strong version of the future. A good leader is the one who thinks beyond. When people are deciding if they respect you as a leader, they do not think about your attributes, rather they observe what you do so they can know who you are really or who really you are. So the people care, the followers care about what is the behavior of the leader. And we mentioned this before when we were talking previously on the privilege. Okay. They use observation to tell you if you are honorable and trusted leader or self-serving person who misuses authority to look good and get promoted. Self-serving leaders are not as effective because their employees only obey them, not follow them. There is difference between obeying your leader, obeying a person, and following him. You follow a person, that means you do this with your own willing. You do this with your own willing, and you like the guy, and you want to follow and follow him. They succeeded in many areas because they present a good image of their scenarios or seniors at the expense of their workers. Okay. Principles of leadership. So what are the principles of the leadership? To help you, and do, follow these 11 principles of leadership, which we'll talk about right now. The later chapter in this leadership guided expand to these principles and provide tools for implementing them. The first thing is know yourself. First of all is to know yourself. Know your deficit points. Know your good points. This as a leader, you have to know. Because the followers are the one who will judge you, who will think you are a good leader or bad leader. In order to know yourself, you have to understand how you are, know and do attributes, Seeking self-improvement, always improve yourself, means continually strengthening your attributes. This can be accomplished through self-study, formal classes, reflection, and interacting with others. So the first point is to know yourself, correct, improve yourself. This is the first principle in the principles of leadership. The second, be technically proficient. So the job, don't expect that you will be a leader for some of the employees without knowing your principles, without knowing the basics of the work. People usually respect the leader or the manager when he's very proficiency, when he's very perfect and professional, and he know very well what are the contents of his work. As a leader, you must know your job and have a solid formality. That's also, we have to know about this. Third, seek responsibility and take responsibility for your action. And this is the third point. Search for ways to guide your organization to new heights, and then things go wrong, you will correct it. You will try to correct it. Analyze the situations, take corrective actions, and move on the next challenge. Make sound and timely decisions. Don't make the decisions wait. No, decisions cannot wait. Take it in time or take it on time. Use good problem solving, decisions making, and planning tools. Use problem solving and planning tools. Set the examples, be a good role model. Here is another point. Those are from the principles of a good leadership. They must not only hear what they expected to do, but also see. We must become the change we want to see. Like Mahatma Gandhi said, the sixth step or the six principles, we said the examples 5, know your people and look out for their well-being. Very important. Who are your people? And don't look to the work, to focus on the work more than you focus on the people, because this is a very big mistake. You should balance between the work or the objectives and the people needs which you are leader for. Know human nature and the importance of sincerely caring for your workers. Keep your workers informed, know how to communicate with not only them, but also seniors and other key people. Develop a sense of responsibility also. Let the people create a sense of responsibility for the people themselves. Create a sense of responsibility. Your workers help to develop good character traits that will help them carry out their professional responsibilities. Ensure that tasks are understood, supervised, and accomplished. Communication is the key of the responsibility, the key of responsibility. Okay, those are some points. Can we go ahead further? Also, be, know, do, be. A professional examples: be loyal to the organization, perform selfless services, so you care about the others more than you care about yourself. Take personal responsibility, be a professional who possess good character traits. Example like the honesty, competence, commitment, integrity, courage, straightforward, imagination. Know the 4 factors of leadership: followers, leaders, communication, and situation. Those are the 4 factors. The 4 factors of the leadership, which are those factors. The follower, because the follower is the one who will decide you are a good leader or no. The follower is your employees. They will decide if you are on the right path or no. Leader, communication. The best way for creating a good leader image is effective communication and the situation where you are in, how you will act in it. basically it depends also on the past experience, how you will deal with the situation. Know yourself, example, strength and weakness of yourself, of your character, knowledge, and skills as well. Know about the human nature, the human needs, the emotions, and how people respond to stress. And also, we had here the theories of motivations like Maslow theory, and we had the theory of Herzberg theory. And those must be known by the leader so that he can lead and he can motivate his employees. Without this, he won't be able to motivate. It's not only the financial motives, but also employees are driven by the intrinsic motives. She said, like, it's not non-financial. Intrinsic is non-financial motives. Know your organization examples about that also. So you have to know everything about the business and the people concepts. So you have to know everything about this. Know also about your products or services, which you produce, how to produce it, the process of conducting the business. The goals and the values and the concepts make up of the organization personality also. You have to know it, or how the organization is observed by both outsiders and insiders. This personality defines the rules, relationship, rewards, and make it take a place. Rules and relationship at work is very important. Try to reduce the stress to its lowest level. Stress is there, conflict is there, but you try to reduce them to a lower level. Some other ideas like here, Kosis and Posner. In 1987, they say that it's common to successful leaders challenges the process. First, find the process that you believe needs to be improved the most and inspire the share version. Next, share your version in words that can be understood by your followers. The meaning of the word followers here usually goes to the employees. So when we say followers, we talk about the employees. Enable others to act, give them the tools and methods to solve the problems, model the way. When the process gets too tough, get your hands dirty. By other meaning, you involve yourself in the work. That's the meaning of get your hand dirty. So just not to be a leader, putting your hand inside your pocket and giving order to the people to do this and do that, and you don't touch the work or no. Keep your hand dirty means that you work with them. Involve yourself in the work with the people who are working. A boss tells others what to do. A leader shows that it can be done. So the leader will say, come guys, let's work together on this. But the boss say, hey, do this, do that. Encourage the hearts, share the glory with your followers' hearts, with keeping the pains within your own. So don't show that you are complaining and you are this. Keep your what's inside you inside you. We talk about the theories before about the we'll go now to Maslow's theory, but before we go to Maslow's theory, I have a question here. What are the principles of leadership? Discuss, and this is the question, the main principles of leadership. Discuss the main. You can also, beside the notes, you can Google search if you want for answers for this question, the main principles of leadership. You can Google answer this question. I will stay here like around 5 minutes to get the answers, of 7 minutes to get the answers of this. You can also Google search answering for this question, discuss the main principles of leadership. And this is the question topic of this lecture. Thank you. We'll be back in 5 minutes. Oh. So we're working on this question now. Discuss the main principles of leadership. Discuss the main principles of leadership. This is our question right now. Discuss the main principles of leadership. Working, please. Thank you so much. Discuss the main principles of leadership.